besides just thyroid. The trachea is right there, and you see the very end of it right under there. All right, you can see it right there. You can see it up underneath here. The primary bronchi are right there, and that's down close to the bottom. Left primary bronchus, right primary bronchus. The diaphragm is right here, the structure that goes across right there, and the other lung would have the rest of the diaphragm on it. If you don't know the heart, I'll flunk you. Right straight up. There's the heart. If I want to ask it, it'll be in there. If I don't, it'll be out. But here's the other lung right there. Alright? Thyroid, trachea, diaphragm, heart, primary bronchi, and the rest of it is all stuff about the lungs. Right lung, left lung, two lobes on the left. You have a superior and an inferior. And do you see the little point there where they divide up? Right there. On this side over here, do you see the lobation markings? You have on the right side superior, middle, and inferior lobes. And that's all there is to that. That will be fairly easy. Any of the questions I ask on these models. Now, this guy right here, and there'll be three of these on there, and I'm going to add maybe one or two things on this, but y'all need to know the thyroid again, the trachea right there, and you see the end of the trachea after it passes up underneath those guys. There's the heart. Let's just get rid of all this wax paper stuff. If I can. Might give you all a bonus question on the heart. You never know, parts of the heart. The right lung and left lung, same thing. There's the left, and you see there's two lobes, superior and inferior. Here's the right lung, and you notice that there's three lobes on it, superior, middle, inferior. The diaphragm, and again, the diaphragm, you have to have the stuff in to really show it completely. But there's the diaphragm, that bulging up skeletal muscle right there. Heart, primary bronchi, and this one works exactly the same as the other one. You got two primary bronchi dividing right there and there. Left primary bronchus, right primary bronchus. On this one, I'm going to also give you something up here, two things, just for the heck of it. This is your larynx, the structure right here. And this thing right here, what is that? Let's see if y'all get it. The what?
Pharynx?
Glossogenous.
It's a bone.
That's the
The
hyoid.
hyoid. So, add for this only, hyoid and larynx. Respiratory models. That's it.
Oh, sorry.
What the
She's
heck?
making sure she gets
All right, on the digestive system models, let's get those out. remember, there'll be 3 of these, 1 of that. And if y'all have a bonus question, it'll be something that I don't tell you tonight. I'll just tell you. There'll probably be just 10 questions, 4 or 5 at most on the respiratory stuff, the torso and the 3 respiratory models, and then the other 5 or 6 will come off this guy right here. On the digestive system model, there's the nasal cavity, there's the oral cavity with the tongue in it. In between the nasal and oral cavity, you have a palate, hard palate right here, that spongy bone. You can see the spongy bone. And then back in the back is a soft palate. And hanging down from the soft palate is that uvula. The pharynx is right here. See how it juts out a little bit? And the epiglottis, do y'all see this thing right here? The little silvery looking, whitish silvery looking thing? That's the epiglottis, and it would swing down like that to close off the glottis, the opening through the larynx. That's the larynx. The pharynx, which I didn't do, I don't think, is this passageway that goes from here back up to here. It's behind the nasal cavity, behind the oral cavity, and on top of the larynx, the last part of it. And when it ends, you split into 2 tubes. We talked about the fact there's the larynx, you go through that, come out of it into the trachea, which they don't really show much of on this model. But this tube right here is the esophagus. Here's your stomach. On either end of your stomach, you have 2 constrictions where sphincters occur. You have a cardiac sphincter, sometimes called a lower esophageal sphincter on this end, and then on this end right here, you have the pyloric sphincter. And when you look at it, do y'all see how it's constricted there and there? Mm-hmm. Yes. Do I have Rugy on there or not? No, I don't. So don't worry about that. And I don't have any parts to the stomach either. So much for that.
That piece got up.
Oh, that little piece is going to go in. Spleen, liver, gallbladder. Then you've got several parts, 3 parts to the small intestine. If you'll notice down there at the very bottom, the very end of this, it's got small intestine, it's got 2 numbers. One of the parts is going to start right here, go down, and then it goes up underneath here, and comes right over here, and then comes up, and it opens up into the other 2 parts. And the other 2 parts are collectively numbered 14. The duodenum is 7. The other 2 parts of the small intestine are 14, A and B. A is the jejunum, B is the ileum, and it's roughly like this. All right? The ileum ends right there, and at this point, there's not a number right exactly there, but where that thing is right there, that's the position of your ileocecal valve. This thing down here, those look like 7s, but it's really a 1. That is the cecum, and that little guy coming off is the appendix. Then you go into the colon, and you'll see how the colon is going to start here. It goes up, across, down, and then it's going to go into a little S-shaped portion right there. Ascending colon, A. B is the transverse colon. C is the descending colon. And then D right there is the sigmoid colon. All right? That's the rectum. And notice down there that 16, 17, all of 18, which is the colon, and 19 is large intestine. And the very end of the rectum is, of course, the anus. I don't have it on there. So, I won't add it. What the heck? That's enough. But it's nothing but, you know, the major stuff. I forgot the pancreas, by the way. Let me give you all the pancreas. Do y'all see right along there? And there's a little bit of it that runs right through there, right next to the duodenum. But up under the, what they call greater curvature of the stomach, there, and that little part right there that extends along the duodenum, that's the pancreas, lobular looking. That's everything. I don't think there's anything else I left off. Did I leave anything off?